Kanye West says that he sees good in all people. He even see good in uh, Hitler. He said, and I quote, "Every human has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler."
You know what's weird, bro? I like the name Adolf. Like that's Young Dolph's name. Like I feel like
Nah, I ain't gonna hold. I feel what he's saying though.
like the name Adolf. I think that's a pretty cool name. Like that's
Wait.
Young Dolph name. Like I feel like that could be like a black man's name, like Adolf. Ain't if it
I wouldn't
didn't,
want nobody
if
that
it
I know
wasn't. But
personally
that's what I'm saying.
to
If
be
the
Adolf.
history wasn't tied to it, I feel like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing.
Play the
You know,
clip,
nothing wrong
Lyndon,
with the name.
please. You don't mind? Play the clip.
Okay.
Clip it up.
LA Clippers.
Clip it up. Thought he was doing something.
Nazi. That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Okay.
This is
You
gonna
should
be
have
the
added especially.
this is gonna be the biggest rise and fall of
My artist.
an artist of all
Probably
time.
ever. Now,
I don't think.
well, in this generation, maybe not.
I was about to say it might
but-
be a little different.
Man,
I-
you
there's a
can't-
possibility.
Bruh, I'm
But
telling
it's-
you.
Back to the as
He
far
gonna
as the
lose
Hitler
a very
things.
vast majority
The
of
only
his
thing
fan
that
base,
I
though.
agree on what Kanye said in that segment alone was that every human does bring value in a certain in a certain sense. Now, I'm not justifying nothing he did as far as the execution and genocide of of Jewish people. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I think because of his history and his outcast of his name, that's gonna get a bad look any way you look at it.
Yeah.
It don't matter if he said somebody Adolf's kids or whatever.
Yeah, if you
It
if
was
you
gonna
say
get a bad-
Hitler's name and follow it anything positive,
Does not matter
you
what you're gonna say.
automatically-
So he's gonna get bad press on this regardless. I felt like Kanye has made it a habit to say things that he don't fucking think about. He just says it, and that's
I
what I'm
wouldn't
talking
say
about.
think about, but he know it's gonna get bad.
No, he
It's
don't.
he know it's gonna
He's so
be what it is.
His intelligence goes against him, and I say that.
I don't think it's that he don't think about what he's saying. I think he just so
But
he wants. I want to say this. I'm gonna say this. Like,
Yeah,
and it's kind of what Eric was referring to about the money situation. I think that's a part of it. in my
I
opinion.
don't think. I think he's getting the wrong information from someone. I don't think he's actually listening to the right people. Like the people that are being affected by what he's saying. I don't think he's actually sitting down, listening, not saying nothing, not putting his opinion in, listening to what the fuck they feel or how the hell they feel. Like he's not doing that. And he
But-
just steady, just keep pushing this damn narrative.
But
And
Eric
it's,
kind of
in a
gave
sense, it's still hurting a lot of motherfuckers.
because
like,
of where he is in life. I'm telling you what Eric said.
I mean, I get all that, but it still don't excuse the fact.
No, it's
Because
wrong.
if this was a white person doing the same stuff to us, we will be in a fucking uproar. So this is no fucking way to fucking act, talk,
It's wrong.
try to push any of that shit. It's not acceptable, bro, at all.
He says such a broad statement that
that's what it is.
every person brings value to the world. Like obviously, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying. We're not saying nobody's special and yeah, when a baby is born, everybody loves the baby. The baby's so innocent, But guess what? The baby grew up and killed thousands and thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like at one point, I'm pretty sure he was an innocent person, whatever. But maybe something went wrong and he ended up doing what the fuck he did.
Yeah,
so,
there's certain people you can't say their name and think like they're like the Hitlers, the Dahmers, the Gacy's, those type of people, those type Putin. Never mind. Can't say that right now. But those guys.
I feel like, man, I feel like Kanye is at a point in his life to where I do feel like he may be in one of the wokest moments of his life. I feel like Kanye is on a path of like self, like he's trying to figure out, like
Who he really is.
his really purpose. Because I feel like if you're really a Kanye fan, and I feel like to put the like frosting on it, the documentary, the Jeans documentary, really kind of like solidified everything. Kanye's whole career, he's been chasing kind of almost one thing. Like, he's been chasing... He kind of wanted to be, like, the best rapper, the greatest rapper, but he's always really been chasing that bag. He wanted motherfuckers to take him serious, and he's been chasing that bag. Kanye done said himself, he's been chasing that B forever. And once he got there, he said out his own mouth that it wasn't what he thought it was going to be. So it's just like now that he has that or he went there, it's just like I feel like he's at that point to where he reached that peak and it's just like, oh goddamn, this ain't really what I wanted, but something is telling me something else, and I feel like that's what he is. He on that path of trying to.
I think he's trying to be like transcendent. I think he's trying to reach a level of.
He's trying to do that.
I mean, no, I'm serious. I think he want. I think he's trying to reach like Godhood level.
With that statement though?
I'm saying like debate, he wants to be in a literally a universe of his own, like in thinking in the way.
I honestly think Kanye
because he's proving a point though. When he's saying stuff like that, Kanye he knows exactly what he's doing because he's proving that to show you that no matter what, I can say these open-ended statements or these broad statements, and I know exactly what the media is gonna do with it. What they do every time is flick it, tweak it, and do whatever they want to with it. So I'm gonna purposely do that.
Let me ask you. Imagine if that was, and I get that it's a whole different scenario because he's in front of millions of people. But like, if that was an everyday conversation, like we just chilling, I was like, Hitler wasn't that bad, bro. Like he was actually a very smart man in reality.
But it's different when you're putting that message out to millions of people and you have
that's what I'm saying.
Influence over
a lot of people.
Yeah. Impressionable people, too.
Yeah, a lot of young guys.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, and to your point, you just talked about it. People are listening to him. It's like you said, we got to raise our kids, and stuff like that in the home. But when he say stuff like that,
that is true, bro.
Kids are listening to that, man.
But at the also same time, too, like I said, and like Joe always say, that's why you also teach your kids at home that you don't idolize these people.
Yeah,
these people is human just like you. These people ain't no better. Only difference between me and him is he got a little bit more money than I do.
You in a different era than we. Your mindset in a different era than what we in now.
No, I tell my
we in the social media, everything's on our phone era. So just like we saw this and we talking about it, it's on them kids' phones and they probably like,
sure is.
He right. And then now we got this.
And that's what I'm saying. But if you doing your job, and then what they should do, if they sit there, see that TikTok, see whatever, and they be like, he may be right. What you think 9 times out of 10 they gonna get up and do? Get up, walk in the next room, Daddy. Adolf Hitler.
Not everybody gonna do that.
Not everybody gonna do that. I'm not saying they are, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's how it should be. Because why is the reason why it's not? Because motherfucker, you not starting at home. If you have a current parent or some type of situation, or even somebody you just trust in, you know what I mean? A brother, a cousin, anybody that you know what I'm saying, that you had that relationship with, you gonna ask them those things. You gonna talk about it.
You gotta realize kids are very impressionable, so they're gonna follow whoever they see most of the time. And like if you going, like Eric saying, if that kid's going to like a older brother, and you tell them like, I understand how you feel about this, but the reality of it is,
because perfect example, us, unless it's personal stuff we going through, we ask and tell each other everything.
Okay, but
you know what I'm saying? No matter how wild, how crazy it is.
A logical, y'all right, and not saying y'all wrong, y'all right. But you thinking about, okay, when the Yeezys drop, let's just say Yeezys drop, how many of folks go out and line up and go see those Yeezys, right?
That's true.
Kids and all that stuff. So if they see the person that they idolize in this shoe going saying something, what makes you think they finna go in the next room and ask their father anything when for example, if he said this, then tomorrow he dropped Yeezys, they ain't gonna fucking go crazy over what he's saying in the Yeezys.
Bro, we're big Kanye fans, but it's bigger fans. Like, it's fanatics. Like, people that, like, worship him, bro. Like, you would never know it, bro. I've been to Kanye. I'm pretty sure you've been at a Kanye concert. No. I have. It's people that literally will look like him, the haircut.
Okay, I've seen those type of people.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm serious, bro.
Like Michael Jackson. Like, that's how I used to be.
They got
like,
the T-shirt.
Nah, for real.
People got tats. You know, I'm serious, bro.
It's a guy. He paid over $100,000 to look like Michael Jackson.
bro.
There's people like that, bro.
I believe it, but
It's crazy, bro.
These artists, athletes, people and that you know what I'm saying, got crazy fans. They have to watch what they say. Like,
see, but it sucks too though, because not even talking about Kanye anymore. Just people in general. What do we do, or how do we disperse the hidden knowledge when we penalize for it, or it seems as being?
Okay, yeah, that kind.
You know what I mean? How do you not even hidden knowledge? How do you pass? Hold on.
Because he didn't
How
bring
do
up
you pass
classification.
his? You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm saying in general. Like I said, I'm not talking about Kanye. I'm speaking in general. How do you pass history down when in history bad things happen or certain things? How do you pass history down? Because, for example, not talking about Kanye, not talking about Hitler. If I were to speak on fucking what's the guy from China? What's the greatest villain in China name?
Jet Li.
I
said villain.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. If I'm giving you the history of Genghis Khan, do I only give you all the negative things? Now, do I not say that the tribe, his army that he took with them, they slaughtered 3,000 people, he also took care of all their family? You know what I mean? Do you not? Because that's history also.
Okay, in that sense, because
you know what I'm saying. I'm not telling you this is a good person.
But they do it anyway. Okay,
no, I'm not.
With him alone, they don't penalize.
I know, I understand that, but
for some reason,
that's just like
because he was a terrorist.
they affected people. And they shouldn't talk. Just they gonna wrap right back around with slavery. They always do. That shit was
well before slavery.
devastating, wrong, whatever. They fuck around and say, well, we got a lot of crop and a lot of this out of this and this, and that's
not like
right,
that. But if they were telling history and my child came home and told me that we talked about slavery today, but they also said slaves helped build America and blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna go up to school.
Okay,
I'm not gonna go up to school like the fool.
Mad at that part.
You know what I mean? Because you're telling the positive and the negative. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, on the backs of our ancestors, we built this America. We built this shit. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna tell that part.
But that's real.
Talking over each other.
You're right, but I'm saying that's real though. Like you said, it's certain things you have to take the good and the bad with.
Because it's history. You have to tell the whole story. You know what I'm saying? You can't just tell one side.
But that's not. No, you can't tell the truth. Telling the truth it can hurt another person. Just like okay. Let's just take it to modern time. Say for instance, a family member.
Okay.
One of your family members aggravating somebody else. Yada yada. He ended up shooting your family member. I mean,
you gotta go there because that's what y'all don't do.
He was aggravating me, so I fuck around and shot his fucking brains out. Are you going?
What are you saying?
That's two different things.
Hold on.
That's two different things. That doesn't have
I'm not
what
disagreeing.
DeeJay is trying to say is, bro, y'all are kind of y'all aren't thinking about it in the sense of if you had lost somebody in your family or if you had to go through it. Like, of course this dude have done some things, but if I was going through that, bro, and I lost my son, I lost my parents, to a Holocaust.
Well, personally,
bro, but we just talked about slavery. We just talked about slavery.
To another note,
that's what I'm saying. So don't talk to me about slavery and only tell me about how we got our ass beat, but you're not gonna speak on how the America we living in today. We did that too.
You can't say
you get what I'm saying? You have to tell me the good and the bad, bro. Don't just tell me that we got our ass beat.
For example.